टुडे इज संडे। आज संडे है और अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि आज आपने क्या किया, व्हाट डिड यू डू टुडे, तो आपका आंसर क्या होगा? क्या आपका आंसर होगा कि मैंने कुछ नया ट्राई किया, मैंने अपनी हॉबीज परस्यू की, मैंने कोई पेंटिंग बनाया, कुछ नया खाना बनाने का ट्राई किया, या फिर आपका आंसर होगा कुछ नहीं यार, बस चिल किया, रिलैक्स किया, थोड़ा रेस्ट किया, विच इज फाइन, विच इज यू नीड इट। आप पूरे वीक में you get exhausted, which is natural, and so you deserve a break. But that brings me to the question of today's podcast, which is, are we using our Sundays effectively? Because Sundays provide a huge opportunity to do a lot of things, and I don't see a lot of us utilizing Sundays as effectively as they can be. So throughout the week we are caught up with a lot of work responsibilities. अगर आप student हो तो classes, exams and whatnot. So Sundays provide a massive opportunity to reset our body, our system and prepare for the next week that is ahead. और ये जो particular aspect है हम मिस कर देते हैं. We do reset our systems to some extent क्योंकि हम breaks लेते हैं, we relax and we chill out on Sundays, and that's why we look forward to Sundays. But the second aspect of it, which is to prepare for the next week ahead, I think we simply miss that. And obviously it would make a lot more sense if you are able to achieve both these things on the same day, right? And so here are some propositions that I would like to make to help you utilize your Sundays better than you already are. So let me begin by answering the question जो मैंने पहले पूछा था कि what did I do today? आज मैंने क्या किया? So I got up late today because I was working overnight and I slept late. And so after getting up, I had some water and immediately rushed to the toilet. After brushing my teeth, emptying my bowels, I proceeded to clean the toilet before my shower. So that is number one. I cleaned my toilet. After that, I had my lunch and proceeded to clean my room and declutter everything. Because over the week, your room obviously gets messy, and so that's important. Number two, I cleaned my room. After that, I went out to play football with some of my friends. So number three, I spent time with my friends playing football. And after coming back, taking a shower and freshening up, I'm now recording this episode. So that is number four. I'm doing something on the side. So these are the four things I did today. Number one, I cleaned my toilet. Number two, I cleaned my room. Number three, I went out and got some exercise. I played some football. And number four, I'm doing something of a side hustle. I recorded this episode. And here's why I did what I did today. Now, coming to the first thing, that is cleaning your toilet. Why is it so important? Number one, because it gets dirty over the week, which is quite obvious. And number two, which is a rather interesting argument, as proposed by Dr. Jordan Peterson, who is a clinical psychologist. In his book, The 12 Rules for Life, one of his rules is this: set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. And this is such a beautiful argument. हमारी लाइफ में जब कोई प्रॉब्लम्स आती है, जब हमारी लाइफ chaotic बन जाती है, when we face chaos, we naturally are inclined to shift the blame outward. We quickly look for things or persons to put the blame on. So Dr. Peterson makes this argument, and this is also quite philosophical as well, that you are solely responsible for anything and everything that happens to you, which is quite interesting. And so having a clean toilet, or a clean room for that matter, is important because you set your house in order. And what happens if you don't set your house on order? Chaos arises. You see, our environment has a lot of impact on how we feel. And so a disorderly environment where things are just not right, or in the right place, or not organized at all, or they are dirty, all sorts of things happen. And then you understand, right? There is a domino effect. It affects you on a subconscious level, and that has an impact on your work, let's assume, and that has an impact on the evaluation of your work, let's say by your boss or your professor. And where did it start? From your environment, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is that your environment has a massive impact on how you feel and how you perform. So decluttering and cleaning, tidying up, making your bed, organizing your desk, cleaning your toilet, these are small things that don't require much effort, that have a huge impact on how you feel throughout the rest of your week, right? If you haven't cleaned your room or your toilet in a while, the first time you do it, it will be hard. It's natural. But if you do it every week without fail, it will become easy, right? Because it won't get as dirty as it has become through months and months of ignorance. So that is number one, set your house in perfect order, which is why you should, number one, clean your toilet, and number two, declutter, clean your room. Take out all the junk, have some empty space, right? You may ask, what if someone else cleans my toilet for me? Well, you can ask them not to. Try doing it once. You will have a responsibility, an obligation to clean your toilet. That's nice. You will feel much better, right? A sense of satisfaction, because you turn chaos into order. It makes you feel really content with yourself rather than miserable. So it's probably a good idea to clean your toilet and your room yourself. And that is the same with the second thing I did today, which is I cleaned my room. So you understand that. Number three, I went out and played football. You see, I have worked throughout the week, so all I can do is work and work out, and I don't have time or the energy to indulge in football, which is one of my great passions. So I thought, yeah, let's go and play for some time with my friends. So that is something I did. What you can do is get some exercise, man, because if you are able to, or if you are fortunate enough to get some exercise throughout the week, good for you, man. But if you aren't, if you are one of those who have a very sedentary, inactive and a passive lifestyle of consumption and not creation or activity, you should probably try getting some activity, getting some moderate levels of exercise at least once a week on Sundays. You can do that. Go for a walk, and you can listen to some music if you like, or just enjoy the sound of the nature. You can do that, and it feels really good. It is therapeutic. You get all sorts of ideas after you go for a walk or a run, and that is why I think I'm able to articulate what I'm trying to speak, because I'm doing it right after my football game. So you get that. And number four, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm recording this episode. And what is this? This is a side hustle that I'm trying to do other than my main work, which is freelancing as of now. And so what could it mean for you? You can indulge in creating art, paintings, sketches, vectors if you are into artwork in general. If you are into cooking, you can cook something new, you can try a new dish, because that's something interesting to do. Start a podcast like I am doing right now. Upskill, which is learning a new skill which is in demand right now and earning out of it. You can, let's say, learn coding or web development or graphic designing, video editing. There's all sorts of things you can learn and make money out of in your part time, which is also something nice you can do. But what if you don't fall into either of these categories? What if you don't want to create something in the first place, or if you don't have any side hustles to look forward to? What do? Well, you can obviously organize your room and set your house in order. That's something you can do. You can reflect on your life if you haven't already been doing, and you can try upskilling, which I talked about some time back, and make good money out of it. And this has been exaggerated due to the pandemic. Everyone is looking for people who can work, who are skilled, right? So having skills that are in demand is a great thing to do if you don't have something creative or entrepreneurial in your mind right now. You don't need to. And that's the point. The point I'm trying to make is, unless you are really exhausted and sick, you should not waste your Sundays. Sundays are precious, right? And so utilizing your Sundays in an effective way is a great habit to build, right? It makes sense to spend your time productively. I'm a big advocate of productivity, as if you didn't know already. And it's going to give you great returns, and that's the key. And all these things that I said don't take as much time as you think it does. Cleaning your toilet and cleaning your room hardly take 30 minutes each, getting some exercise, let's say 30 minutes to an hour. So that's 2 hours. You cook something new or indulge in some sort of a creative hustle. Let's give an hour or two for it. So 4 hours, and we are still left with 20 hours. And that is the point I'm trying to make. So the rest of the 20 hours are yours, which you can use to do whatever you like. You can just do nothing and chill out, relax, consume, or chat with friends, whatever you need to do. But utilizing your 4 hours is going to do so much good for you, you can't even imagine. I think I have made a lot of sense in this episode. And if I haven't, give me your feedback, send me your messages, or comment on YouTube if you're watching it there. And maybe I can learn a thing or two from you too. So that is it for today's episode 1 of Post Nut Clarity. This is something new that I'm trying to do, a podcast, and I didn't have a script today with me, so this is as candid as it gets with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, leave a like, and you can follow this podcast on Spotify or whatever platform that you are using. And thank you so much once again for listening ever so patiently. I'm Shakti Mishra, and I will see you guys in the next episode.